Mr. Borrell is not here today, not here now, but he was in the meeting, and he told the Financial Times before the meeting that the EU should be putting sanctions.
India imports 84% of the crude oil and has become in the past year as a top buyer of Russian oil following Moscow invasion to Ukraine. No doubt, access to cheap Russian crude has boosted the output and profit to Indian refineries, due to which recently India has emerged as a top oil exporter to Europe. Can you imagine where India imports more than 80% of the crude oil from other country and has become the top exporter of finished products like petrol, diesel, jet fuel, and list goes on. And finally, there is a panic scene in the Western country as this might help Russian to fund and continue with their war. Hence, Joseph Borrell urges EU to crack down import of Indian fuels made with Russian oil. As usual, Indian Foreign Minister gave a bold statement, and before that, during the press briefing, if you go back and watch the complete video again, as soon as he got to know the reporter was from Financial Times, he gave a big smile as he already knew what will be his question.
And he told the Financial Times before the meeting that the EU should be putting sanctions.
While responding it to EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell comments urging action against Indian refined product derived from Russian crude, Jaishankar responded, and I quote, "Look at EU Council regulation. Russian crude transformed in third countries are not treated Russian anymore. I would urge you to look at Council Regulation Act," and he has provided the Act ID as well, 833/2014, unquote.
My understanding of the Council regulations is that if Russian crude is substantially transformed in a third country, then it's not treated as Russian anymore. I would urge you to look at Council Regulation 833/2014.
Even though Joseph Borrell had a meeting with Indian Foreign Minister during the trade technology talk, but he knew what will be the response from Jaishankar, hence he did not attend the press conference. On his behalf, EU Executive Vice President said that there is no doubt about the legal basis of the sanction, and India-EU would have discussion as a friend with an extended hand and of course not a pointed finger.
No doubts about the legal basis of the sanctions. Of course, it is a discussion that we will have with friends, but it will be with an extended hand and of course not with a pointed finger.
If you observe the European statement, this time they were trying to be very polite. But this trick doesn't work when you are trying to deal with one of the world's best diplomat. Now you might wonder what will happen if Europe sanction India. To answer to your question, unlike other, India is not a small country, so sanction on India will hardly have any impact. And to counter the same, India can also put sanction or restriction on European product, and Europe will definitely think 100 times before losing 1.3 billion consumer market. If you like this video, do like, share, comment, and also don't forget to hit the bell button so that you get notified for my upcoming videos. That's it for today. See you soon in the next episode.